Hey looters! Welcome back to Loot Now. Today we are going to review several brand new free games on Steam. Without further ado, let's get down to it. In the comic, you're thrust into the chaotic life of Clara, a lone passenger aboard a malfunctioning space train hurtling toward an asteroid. Every 50 minutes the clock ticks down to a potential collision, and the game's core mechanic is that relentless time loop that keeps you on your toes. Instead of being locked into a linear path, you're free to roam the entire train, picking up odd items, chatting with strangers, and opening doors that reveal clues. The open-world feel gives the game a breathing room that's rare for narrative-driven titles. When you finally hit a wall, the puzzles step in. The security codes, the mechanical riddles, and the need to piece together information you've gathered make each cycle feel like a fresh challenge. You're not just choosing, you're actively solving. The tension is palpable, and the stakes are personal. Saving every life on board feels like a moral imperative. And in a game that thrives on hope, the word hopefully becomes more than a keyword. It's a reminder that the outcome depends on your perseverance. All in all, the Comet offers a compelling mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and high-stakes storytelling that keeps you guessing until the very last loop.
Alright then, big guy, it's time you started talking.
Welcome to the world of Tower Walker, an RPG that turns idle gaming into a living, breathing adventure. From the moment you step into the ancient tower, the game hooks you with its automatic real-time combat. No micromanagement needed. Melee, ranged, and magic skills fire on their own, letting you watch your hero swing, shoot, or cast spells while you're busy elsewhere. What makes this game stand out is the sheer depth of progression. Over 800 items, weapons, armor, rings, artifacts drop as you climb, and each piece can be crafted, upgraded, or enchanted. The recipe-based crafting system isn't just a gimmick. It's a full-featured experience that lets you blacksmith, alchemy, fishing, and more. Every profession opens new possibilities, from cooking buffs to fishing rewards. Bosses aren't just obstacles. They're gateways to unique loot and powerful pets. Once you've mastered the tower, the raid dungeons in normal, heroic, and brutal modes test everything you've built. The endgame feels fresh because the game keeps evolving, offering new challenges and legendary gear. And the best part? You don't have to be glued to the screen. Your hero automatically battles, levels, and loots, so you can play on autopilot while still making meaningful choices that shape your path. If you're looking for an idle RPG that feels alive, Tower Walker delivers. Dive in, climb the tower, and let the automatic adventure unfold. Legends of Dragia. Idle Dungeons Prelude drops you straight into a world of misty seas and crumbling ruins, and it's a punchy, polished taste of what the full game promises. The first 2 dungeons feel like a tight, well-paced tutorial. Every trap, every boss gives you a clear sense of the rhythm, and the idle mechanic keeps the grind from turning into a chore. What really sets this Prelude apart is its depth under the surface. You're building a guild, customizing heroes, and stacking skills in a genuinely freeform system that lets you play melee, magic, or anything in between. With over 200 upgradable gear pieces, the progression feels tangible, and the bestiary rewards your curiosity by turning fallen enemies into future advantages. If you're a fan of classic JRPG storytelling wrapped in modern idle gameplay, this preview will hook you. The visuals are crisp, and the soundtrack subtly underscores the eerie, adventurous mood. While the single-player experience is solid, the real magic comes from the multiplayer raids and the city-building elements that hint at a sprawling, living world beyond the Prelude scope. All in all, Legends of Dragia is a compelling, strategic start that makes you want to keep coming back for more. Duel Legends drops you straight into a fast-paced auto-battler where every card feels like a move in a chess match. From the moment you pick your hero, the game asks you to think 2 steps ahead. Choose a card that not only boosts your own abilities, but also weaves into a larger synergy web. Healing, poison, frost, arcane. Each thread you pull can turn a simple skirmish into a battlefield spectacle. Deck building is the heart of the experience. You collect cards, experiment with combinations, and watch your hero morph into a living weapon. The auto-battle sequences are the real payoff. Heroes fight on their own, and you get to see your strategy play out in real time. The unpredictability keeps the tension high. One moment your hero is a shielded tank, the next you're unleashing a devastating frost burst that wipes the enemy line. Combat against neutral mobs adds a layer of depth. Wolves, spiders, and other creatures each require a different approach, forcing you to adapt your deck on the fly. Items and artifacts give you the ability to tailor your hero's playstyle even further, whether you're looking to bolster your healing or amplify your rage. The economic side of the game is solid too. Managing resources, deciding when to buy new cards or save for future rounds, adds another strategic layer that keeps the pacing from feeling repetitive. PvP is where Duel Legends truly shines. Testing your deck against other players' creative builds is always a fresh challenge, and the ranking system rewards consistent, thoughtful play. What could use a bit more polish? The UI can feel cluttered during the hectic auto battle scenes, and some of the newer card updates haven't been balanced as tightly as earlier releases, leading to occasional overpowered combos. But the developers are quick to listen. Regular patches keep the meta evolving and the community engaged. In short, Duel Legends is a slick, strategic auto-battler that rewards thoughtful deck construction and real-time adaptation. Its blend of dynamic combat, deep synergies, and competitive PvP makes it a must-try for anyone who loves a good tactical challenge. Grab a hero, build your deck, and let the battles decide your legend. In Calorie Made Jelly, you take on the role of a fizzy pouch that leaps straight out of the fridge, racing through a cramped apartment to hand over nutrition to a hard-working game creator. The goal is simple: get the jelly to the creator's hand before the temperature climbs and the power gauge depletes. Each room is a maze of obstacles, sticky surfaces, moving furniture, and sudden heat sources that test your timing and precision. The tighter you keep the jelly chilled, the higher your score. Visuals are crisp and playful, with a bright color palette that feels both whimsical and urgent. The soundtrack keeps the pace upbeat, matching the frantic but charming challenge. If you enjoy quick, reflex-based puzzles with a dash of narrative flair, this bite-sized adventure is a sweet hit.
Itching to join?
Warborn Above Ashes throws you straight into the heart of a never-ending war. As soon as you log on, thousands of players are already clashing across ever-shifting battlefields. There's no story to follow, no grind, just jump in and fight. You can go solo, team up with friends, or join a 200-player mass assault. The game offers 1v1 to 100v100 combat, so whether you're a lone wolf or a squad commander, the action never stops, and it never feels scripted. Every encounter bursts into life wherever you choose to go. Build your own champion with no class restrictions. Recruit over 40 unique drifters, mix more than 100 gear pieces across 12 sets, and pick from dozens of tactical items. Ride behemoths or command war machines to break the line. Every playstyle feels fresh. Guilds fight for dominance in a global arena, trading freely across servers. And thanks to a streaming runtime and virtual texturing, even the biggest 100v100 battles stay lag-free. The result? A relentless, fearless battlefield where strategy, teamwork, and a little chaos combine to keep you on the edge of your seat. Warborn Above Ashes isn't just a game, it's a living, breathing war zone that you can join whenever you want.
So, what now?
Imagine stepping onto the battlefield of Castle Siege, a third-person medieval action title that throws you straight into the heart of a warring kingdom. From the opening cinematic, you're not just a commander, you're the frontline hero, rallying troops and carving a path through waves of relentless enemies. The game blends single-player adventure with fast-paced combat, keeping the tension high as you breach walls, defend towers, and ultimately reclaim your castle. What really sets Castle Siege apart is its polish. The visuals are stunning, lush forests, crumbling stone, and dynamic lighting that make every siege feel cinematic. The AI deserves a shout-out too. Enemies adapt, flank, and use the environment in ways that keep you on your toes. And when you finally stand victorious over your reclaimed fortress, the payoff feels earned, not just a flashy flourish. If you're craving a game that balances epic storytelling with high-octane action, Castle Siege delivers a satisfying, immersive experience that makes every swing of the sword feel like a step closer to glory.
One last thing.
Welcome to the arena, where every match is a high-stakes dance of skill and strategy. From the prep room, you choose one weapon and one ability, your whole identity for the duel. The battlefield is a living map. Power-ups float, hazards crumble, and lava waits to swallow the unwise. The axe feels like a bulldozer, tearing through the ground with every leap, perfect for players who like to charge straight in. The spear is all about control, throw lightning-laden javelins and set traps, keeping your distance while the enemy scrambles. The sword gives you fluidity. With dashes and jumps you can weave between offense and defense, turning the tide in a heartbeat. Abilities add another layer. Dash lets you cut through the air between moves, creating fresh combos. Hook is a quick grab, whether you're escaping or pulling an opponent in. And the repulsor shield is a game changer. Hit the right moment, and you can deflect any attack. Score to 3, 5, or 7 points, and you're the champion. Each round feels tight, with the arena itself becoming a weapon. It's fast, furious, and surprisingly deep, perfect for anyone who loves a sharp, tactical showdown. Imagine stepping onto a sunlit court where every spike feels like a thunderclap. That's the heart of the Spike, an indie gem born from a developer's love for the game and countless hours of trial and error. From the get-go, the game throws you into a 3v3 match, letting you master quick sets, pipe plays, open attacks, and lightning-fast tempo moves, all while controlling a single player from the very first serve. The controls are tight, the feel authentic, and the adrenaline rush is real. What sets it apart isn't just the mechanics. The story follows Siwoo, a charismatic rookie chasing both championship glory and personal growth. As you progress, you'll meet a cast of engaging characters that feel like teammates rather than NPCs. And if you think volleyball is one-dimensional, think again. The Spike offers a tournament mode, a gritty coliseum, beach volleyball with sand physics, and more, each adding fresh flavor to the core gameplay. In short, it's a polished, heartfelt tribute to the sport that feels both nostalgic and fresh. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a casual fan, this game invites you to spike, score, and grow on the court. Grab a controller, hit the sand, and let the spikes begin. Crow drops you into the middle of a frenetic, free-to-play multiplayer arena where every match feels fresh. The game offers a smorgasbord of modes, from the classic free-for-all and team deathmatch to the twisty infection and the adrenaline-pumping race. Capture the flag elimination, and point hold add layers of strategy, keeping both casual pickups and competitive grind sessions from feeling stale. What sets Crow apart is its approachable pacing. You can jump in for a quick 5-minute skirmish with friends, or sit down and grind for that elusive spot on the global leaderboard. The arsenal is simple yet satisfying, with a mix of ranged guns and melee weapons that feel distinct in every encounter. Leveling up unlocks new gear and cosmetic tweaks, letting you build a character that's not just powerful, but unmistakably yours. The behind-the-scenes story is just as compelling. Crowd is the brainchild of solo indie developer Xapiax, who started coding games back in 2015. Development kicked off in early 2020, and the whole process was live-streamed on YouTube, giving fans a real-time look at the evolution of this tight, community-focused title. If you're after a game that balances casual fun with competitive depth, Crowd delivers. Grab it on Steam, rack up those achievements, and see if you can rise to the top of the leaderboard. Asteroidia feels like a love letter to classic arcade shooters. From the moment you fire off that first blast, the screen floods with a barrage of rocks and hostile ships, each wave more frantic than the last. The controls are tight, just a joystick and a couple of buttons, and the momentum never lets up. What keeps you coming back is the simple upgrade system. Every time you rack up a streak, you get a chance to boost your firepower or unlock a new weapon. And the thrill of watching your ship become a blazing spearhead is pure satisfaction. The soundtrack is a punchy synth track that mirrors the intensity of the action, while the pixel art is charmingly nostalgic without feeling dated. On the downside, the game offers limited depth beyond score chasing. Once you master the patterns, there's not much else to discover, and the replay loop can feel a bit repetitive after a while. Still, if you're in the mood for a quick, high-energy shoot-'em-up that rewards reflexes and precision, Asteroidia delivers a solid arcade experience. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you won't miss the next adventure. Catch you next time.